I drove up with 2 carfuls of mostly students today on our day off to be here for this hearing because I'm really disappointed that legislators want to circumvent the democratic process around these rules. I spent much of the fall mobilizing students in my community to take part in this process, in the public comment process, and we helped to generate the 35,000 comments that were delivered to IDNR. And we are here to demand that those voices be heard.
I think that this bill is really a litmus test and puts the question to our elected officials of what side are you on. Vote for this bill and you show that you care more about corporate profit and the oil and gas industry than you do about the health and well-being of thousands of citizens in Illinois.
This fight is not over. It's not over. Particularly when people's lives are on the lines or property values decline. We have downwinder syndrome with all sorts of respiratory and neurological disorders due to the air pollution. Is it going to be over then?
Well, yeah, essentially about a mile from where I live, the county has just constructed a brand new bridge on a road that's gravel before it, dirt peters out to a dirt track on the other side. The only thing that's on the other side of it is 2 mineral leases, all right? So they're going to put a frac pad there, and, you know, I'm downwind from them, so it's coming to visit me up close and personal. The pad will go in, they'll come under me because they're going 1.5 miles, basically, from the vertical shaft, and they're only providing notice to the people within 1,500 feet of the vertical shaft. It's hard to beat oil when they fight dirty.
I think this is more politics than law, unfortunately. If law were ruling today, we would probably not be here on Memorial Day.
Right.
Right?
A travesty of justice.
I had this in my head, but I felt like they wanted us to be done, so I didn't make this point. It's unequal protection.
Yeah.
Totally arbitrary, right? I mean, so this is central. Appeal to the hatred of Chicago, right? This is Central Illinois getting the shaft. Well, Chicago doesn't even need the protection. It's getting the gold standard.
Right.
Getting kind of some sort of mediocre thing. And Southern Illinois is just
We get what we usually get.
It's getting barbecued on Memorial Day. I mean,
Yeah, they're not at the table, they're on the table.
Under the table, I think is probably where we are.
No, you're on the table, the sacrificial table.
Hydraulic fracturing is safe, it's smart investment for Illinois, and we need to move now to make it happen. The central theme here is just about job opportunities in a state that desperately needs them. I know some environmentalists said that they're very unhappy about some things. So is the industry. But we, for the good of the state, we're moving on and we're ready to get to work.
Hydraulic fracturing has potential to safely hit the Illinois economy's accelerator. We strongly encourage Governor Quinn and his administration to make that promise a reality here in Illinois by wrapping up the rulemaking process as soon as possible so even more Illinois workers can get back to work. Let's move hydraulic fracturing out of the hands of the state's bureaucracy and put it into the hands of the Illinois economy.
I come from Southern Illinois, Marion County, the largest oil producing county in the state of Illinois, and we're sitting there waiting. People have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of leases, and we have 11% unemployment, and it's time that we put some people back to work down in our area.
We hear a lot from the department that they got 30,000 comments. They are suggested changes by some extreme in the environmental community that want to renegotiate the law.
The main objective today is let's go. We couldn't do anything legislatively. Let's get moving.
These negotiations took place for 3 years. All the stakeholders were in the room,